Manchester United's Juan Mata is no ordinary football superstar, charity champion, backpacking holidays, and 2 degrees. Just because you're a multi-millionaire professional footballer without a care in the world doesn't mean you have to act like one. Look at Manchester United midfield maestro Juan Mata. The Spanish World Cup winner is about as far removed from the archetypal player as you can get. He gives something back. In September, Mata, alongside Jurgen Gersbeck, Mata founded Common Goal. It's an initiative that asks professional footballers and coaches to pledge 1% of their salaries to help support football charities around the world. Football is such an important part of my life, as it is for so many people in this country, explains Mata. It just seems right that our national sport gives something back to society. Common Goal is the most effective and long-lasting way for players to make a difference. To date, 29 players have signed up to Common Goal, including Bournemouth's Charlie Daniels, Swansea's Alfie Mawson and Brighton's captain Bruno Salter. Further afield, the likes of Mats Hummels, Giorgio Chiellini and Serge Gnabry have also committed to the cause. He's a bit of a swot. It's rare for a footballer to have A-levels, yet alone a degree. Juan Mata has 2 degrees. The Spaniard bagged his honors at Madrid's Universidad Camilo José Cela. One is in sports science, the other in marketing. What made his studies even more difficult was that he had to complete them while living first in Valencia and then in London when he was at Chelsea. He's a fast learner. Mata is clearly a bright spark. When he left Valencia and joined Chelsea, it took him less than a year to become fluent in English. Compare that to Sergio Aguero. He's now been at Manchester City for 6.5 years and still can't be bothered. When he was at Chelsea, Mata's nickname was the slightly menacing Johnny Kills. It's not because of some murderous tendency on his part. It's just a literal translation of his name from Spanish into English. Not for him the luxury break in Dubai, the long weekend in Vegas or a tax-efficient holiday home in Barbados. No, Juan Mata likes nothing better than to throw some things in a rucksack and hit the road, backpacking his way around Europe or island hopping in Greece. I travel all year with football, but it's not the same, he says. Money isn't everything to him. Now in the final year of his contract at United, Mata could have been forgiven for jumping ship and taking up a lucrative offer last summer. Despite a £375,000 after-tax offer from the Chinese Super League, Mata decided to stay put in Manchester. "I'm happy in Manchester," he shrugged. "I've been here almost 4 years, and I love the people here. The city is very nice, and has a lot of things to do. Just don't mention the rain." He's not detached from reality. "Real life is the one my friends live," he says. "They've had to look for work, sign on to the dole and emigrate. That's normal life now. My life as a footballer is not normal. It scares me sometimes to think about just how protected I am. The smallest problem and someone will come and fix it for me." He's a family guy. In 2016, Mata opened Capio, a Spanish restaurant and wine bar, in Manchester city centre, a venue that his father and former footballer, Juan Mata Sr., now runs. He also messages his mum before every game he plays. And his parents were even on board the helicopter that whisked him from London to the northwest when he signed for Manchester United in 2014. She had never been in a helicopter before. Meanwhile, Mata is in a long-term relationship with partner Evelina Calm, and she herself isn't shy about getting stuck into some charity work. Last year, along with some other partners of Man United stars, the Swedish stunner dressed up as Santa to take part in a 5 km run. On top of that, she is by no means your regular wag, as she is an osteopath, after training and obtaining a master's at the British School of Osteopathy in London. He's a culture vulture. The first book Mata ever liked was Norwegian Wood by Haruki Murakami. Its themes of discovery and sexual awakening struck a chord with the younger Mata, in much the same way as The Secret Diary of Adrian Mole, aged 13 and 3/4 did for the rest of us. His favorite film, meanwhile, is Midnight in Paris by Woody Allen.